All right, and good morning. First, let me remind you everybody get your meditation in. Take a few minutes, be calm and cool. There should be a peace when you trade, no emotions, be clinical, calculated. You're hunting like a panther. Um, Secondly, let me remind you subscribe, hit the bell, and hit the like. That like goes a long way to helping me out with the channel, helping out my algorithms, getting YouTube to promote the channel. Also does a lot for my head. So I feel appreciated. And if you want to show further appreciation, buy me a coffee. You could do it through Twitter with the tipping function. You could do it with our PayPal account, and we have the link in the description. And I believe we have a Patreon account, but I think we might have stopped it because there was a nonprofit organization raising money for the Ukraine effort, and they raised about $300,000. And Patreon froze the account, and the account's been open since 2014, and they've been sending money to the Ukraine. But Patreon, this is the most money that they've ever raised, and Patreon froze the account, sent the money back to the people because they said they don't want a political platform. But they've been sponsoring the channel since 2014, or hosting the channel, or the account since 2014, and then because there was a large amount of money going through it, it caught their attention, and they asked it out. So these funds that could go to protect these innocent people and help them with medical needs was dispersed back to the donors. So I spoke to a few of the free folk on the team here and suggested that we stop participating with them. Um, so that's just how I feel. I just don't want to contribute any money to anybody who supports this nonsense in Ukraine, or inhibits the Ukrainians from protecting themselves. And so that's why I'm bitching about Apple phone and Intel and Tesla and all these guys making money over in China. Um, Even Caterpillar. And I understand you're running a business, you can't be political. I got political when I was in my business. It wasn't a good business move, but um, I mean, I was kind of winding down my business life, or that chapter, and I decided that I would get political. Um, but it's a distraction, and I understand it, but I can't support it. I can't see spending my money on people who support this. And yeah, hey, you know what? Russia, China, yo, they're coming for the free world, man. It's not just America; it's America and Europe, America and Europe, and I mean, stop it now. I mean, why are we fueling and sponsoring our enemies? It doesn't make sense to me. All right. That being said, and I already asked you to subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. Right? We talked about meditation. So today's fun. Today's fun. Shouldn't have done that. Today's fun is let's see. Just go right to it, shall we? Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so basically, what we're looking at is we got non-farm manufacturing, and we want to see that jump up, man. We want to see a good number. They're forecasting 61. Previously, it was 59. It'd be nice if we got a beat, because if we're producing goods, then that kind of takes a little pressure off the supply chain and inflation. But more importantly, Chair Powell is out there, right? And we have Chair Powell compound with non-farm payrolls and unemployment information. Um, well, never mind that. I'm a little distracted. So non-farm payroll. So it should be a choppy day now. So what you should expect is two or three trades probably aren't going to run, aren't going to work out, much like yesterday. It's going to be a choppy market. It's going to be hard to make money. Either trade with really tight stops or don't trade at all. Sit on your hands, let the day go. It's no big deal. Something else we want to look at is initial jobless claims, and the non-farm productivity is cool. I don't know what ADP came in at last week, but such is life. We'll just wait for the non-farm and see where that goes. Oh my God, I am so distracted right now. It's hard to be mindful. Okay, so in the news, man, it's all about UK, all about UK, and that's about it. And then a little bit about Powell, right, where he was the hot commodity. So we know we're looking at a quarter basis points. They want to raise, and they're gonna watch the data. So these guys are getting a little more dovish right now, which is why the market is ripping. Okay, which leads us to our next um, issue. Should have done that. Okay, so here, let's go back to the SPX. I'm looking at the SPX, and I'm just going to run you through my line of thinking. Okay, so we have the head and shoulders right here. We have the classic rundown to the appropriate dollar amount. And you could argue that this is a wee bit of a head and shoulders right here, right? This retrace, we did a double test of this high, and then we had that classic rundown, and we're pulling up. And really, there's no topping pattern right now, but I feel as though um, we are going to take out these gaps. So I think that 3,900 is our risk. Now, look, you always hear people talk about nibble away or start buying or just buy a little piece, get in, right? There are no market geniuses out there. They know good companies. They're not doing anything that you and I don't do. You know, we know where we like to shop. We know why we like to shop there. They're good stores. They have good product. The stores are well run. We walk out of there feeling good. That's basically market analysis. I mean, that's what you do. I had a team of guys at my firm doing exactly that. And when I first built the firm and I couldn't afford a team of guys, that's exactly how I bought, how I invested client money, and how I traded. One of my biggest moves early in my career was on AT&T, and just setting up the company. Telecommunications, very big number, entirely different animal than it is today, and they were so helpful and so accommodating, and they made the experience, which was a large number for my new organization, very pleasant. And I just appreciated the people. I generally live by the theory that the fish stinks from the head down. So if the people are good, then the management's good. Or if the management sucks, the people are going to suck. If the management's miserable, the people are going to be miserable. Another point in case is a short on Southwest Airlines that I made a killing on. Because the people were just miserable. So anyway, that's what analysts do. I lost my train of thought. Okay, so the nibble away. So, but they have no idea where the market's going. They have a general idea. I'm probably a little more accurate than most of the analysts you see on TV. And yeah, you know, I mean, when you're watching CNBC, if it's an up day, they have all the bulls on. If it's a down day, they have all the bears on. So you can't pay attention to that because on a down day, the market's going to 3,000, and on an up day, the market's going to 7,000. Yeah, you know, and that messes up your head. You know, you could be euphoric or pessimistic, and it fucks up your decisions. But yeah, you know, price action is everything. Learn price action. So anyway, I'm just feeling just by what I'm looking at, and I really can't point it out, but I look at this shit all the time, so it kind of speaks to me. And sometimes I know what it's saying, but I can't tell you why it's saying that. It's just kind of like that gasoline taste in your mouth you get when you look at it, you know? And then you get that rosy taste when you look at it and it feels like it's going to go up. So I'm tasting gasoline, kids. And I could be wrong, right? So that's why you would buy a little bit right here. But keep some money in the bank because I'm thinking you could buy a little bit right here. And I'm in, and you know, I'm buying stuff. I'm chipping away. I'm buying what I like when it gets cheap, and it's dollar cost averaging, and that's fine as long as you're doing it on good companies, good industries, good markets. You know, people could argue that with AMC or GameStop, the dollar cost averaging, dollar cost averaging. But you know, AMC, you ask me, that's an ever shrinking market. I mean, you know, there's less and less reason to go to the movies. Maybe occasionally for nostalgia, some fun. I forget that theater I used to love to go to in Manhattan that had the big screen. It used to be a burlesque theater. It'll come to me. It's really cool, and I think it's like a 4 or 5 story screen. It's really cool. So yeah, but that's why I go. But now, given the choice, I'm staying home. So my point is, you can dollar cost average it. Try to follow me. I'm leaving a trail of breadcrumbs on this path. So you could dollar cost average it, and that's fine because you don't want to miss the move up. I could be very wrong right here. I accept that fact, and I trade in that fashion. That's why I use risk management when I'm trading, and I know where I'm getting out and the biggest heat I'll take, and that's why I nibble. I take a little bit, take a little bit, take a little bit. I don't want to sit on the sidelines, and I say it all the time too because I usually hit my targets, and then I'm like, damn, why didn't I wait? But you know what? You can't wait. And you can't hold out for your targets either when you're running in a profit because it's not always going to hit that. And when you see enough and you made good money and you got a nice piece, get the hell out. And like I said yesterday, if you capture 80% of the run, you're doing a phenomenal job. Phenomenal job. So anyway, boys and girls, I'm thinking we're looking at 3,900 before this all turns around. I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. I mean, it may move up from here, but I think something is going to take out this 3,900. And I'm thinking this happens before April, just with seasonality and everything. Or it could be a May thing. I think we'll probably get one more kick in the ass from May. But we got triple witching on the 18th. We got the Feds coming out. We got Putin pulling his shit. So that looks pretty good for me. As far as today, right now, I think we're looking like we're up 7 points. So we're probably testing the high. The close was at 86. Yeah, the high is at 401. So that's 5 points. So we're actually above the high. And I've mentioned it before. Oh man, I gotta stop doing that. I've mentioned it before that why is this thing? That that what? Dink, dink. Something's keeping. There it is. I mentioned it before that I'm all right. I forgot what I mentioned before. I forgot what I was even talking about. Oh my god. I was up early today. So I guess I'll just have to go on. Oh, poor Dave. I think it's senility, man. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. So what do we say? Okay. We have triple witching coming. We have triple witching on Wednesday. So I think we have to on the 18th. So we have to keep our eyes open for that. Wow, distracted. So all you new viewers, I'm a little better thought out than this. I don't know why my head's all over the place. So Okay, so here's the 10 year. And looking at the 10 year, what's it telling me? Looks like it's going to, I don't know, I'm neutral on it. I can't really see it. I don't see anything. It may just consolidate here. I mean, I don't see anything pulling it down, which is cool because that's going to help the growth stocks. Um, if we look at the futures for the day, oh, what happened to this, man? I just looked at this bad boy. We were up like 7. Look at that. It just turned around. I wonder if there's news or something. Nothing popped out, right? Stock futures, little change, little change. Yeah, people talking about stagflation. Yeah, that's the next flare. I knew it too, man. I knew it. I think if you look back on my older videos, when they started screaming about this inflation, I said, there's no chance, man. There's no chance. And they're going to have to worry about stagflation before they worry about inflation. And that's why I'm convinced that the Fed's only getting 3 interest rates out. So remember, you heard it here first. When everybody's saying 5 to 7, Dave's saying 3. So look, this is active. These markets are moving now. The 240 is showing me a double top. It's going to be hard to figure because we have the Fed talking today and non-farm tomorrow. And I'm thinking, I mean, based on what I'm looking, I'm saying today's a down day, but it's probably going to be very choppy. So I'm neutral to bearish today on the market, just based on what I'm seeing in the futures on the SPX. I'm neutral to bearish. So, but again, trade light today, man, because it should be choppy. Trade light, but my bias is bearish. Let's take a quickie at Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Bitcoin's got that same double top on the daily, showing a weaker momentum. We're closing the gap today. That's the trade for the day on Bitcoin. Just try to find a good setup for it. Here's the 60-minute. What time we got? It's 7 o'clock. Yeah, that's going to be rough. It might make the move before you even get in it. Let's look at that 60-minute. Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, if any of you guys have pre-market trading, you could get it. I would break that line right there. I would take that break of the line right there. Yeah, that does nothing for me. Yeah, I'm definitely looking at the break of that line right there. That's where my entry would be. So if anybody's trading futures, you could probably execute that now. It might happen before the open of the market if you're trading it, or Bitcoin might be trading, and you could run that trade. But that's what I'd be looking for right there on the break of that line. The momentum I feel is kind of supporting it. It looks like it's flattening out a little bit, but yeah, the momentum's kind of rolling off. Looks like it flattens out a little before it drops. It would take me some time to refine my technique just based on the characteristics of how Bitcoin trades. But yeah, my typical price action would put me on the page, and then I would probably be profitable, and then slowly, I'm sure I would be better than 50% accurate, and holding to one risk reward. All I would need is 33% to make money. 50% I would be making good money, and I'd probably be able to massage that up to about 78 to 80% if I consistent. But this pattern, it's given me a good feel that it's going down, getting that gas taste. So yeah, I'd be biased to to the downside on this. I'd have a bearish bias, and again, Fed's out there. Market's going to be choppy. This will be choppy. Tight stops. Trade light. You don't have to make a killing today. There's plenty of better days out there to trade where you put on heavy positions. So trade light. Have some fun. Take a taste, or sit on your hands today and let the Fed be done, let the payroll report be done, and no stress. Keep your capital, and that's key, right? The more capital you have, the more you can invest, or the more you can trade, the bigger you can trade, right? So save that precious capital for the best days possible, and go heavy, and make some money. But if you have to, then you go very light. And if I was trading today, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what I normally put on, but I probably just put on three contracts, or maybe 6 contracts today. Because I mean it's just too choppy a day, um, and that's what I would look to do. And then when the environment's right, I put on my standard size and make the money. All right, AMC, and this thing's just consolidating back and forth. Let's look at it on the daily. Yeah, so it's just within that line, and I mean we've seen this before, right? Everybody, I mean this looks very familiar. It just looks like it's heading down. These are old ranges. No, or we could hold that right there. But to tell you the truth, I mean the pennant is getting so dragged out that it really has little value. Once, well, I guess it's not that far into it, but once it starts getting into the pennant, Yeah, the breakouts are muted. I expect this will probably break and bounce off of the low here, but this is getting very muted. Um, so I don't know how much energy this is going to have. And I mean, it's just consolidating down here. It may hang out down here for quite some time. Closed all the gaps, man. Dude, let me tell you, if you guys were listening to me when it was up here in this consolidation, you would not have gotten hurt. I hope nobody got hurt on this. Well, somebody got hurt on this. I mean, you can't have winners without losers. But just oh no, that baby could be closed. You got risk down to the $5 range of it, probably over the next 12 months. That's the destination. That's where this thing is going to settle out. There's really just nothing in it. Nothing, nothing. So be careful. And as far as trade, like I said, it has no momentum, no movement. You want to trade something, trade SPX, trade Bitcoin. I don't know how Tesla's doing. I haven't been clocking it. I don't know if it has movement. Um, what else are we looking at? Nothing really. You want to trade oil, or the oil sector, which is hot right now. You could trade the XLE, and look at that, popped up again. I thought that would be the shooting star. This could be the shooting star. Overbought, but just bear in mind that the oil companies won't start pumping because they're enjoying a really nice price on this. So that's it, man. That's it. That's what we're looking at. So good luck today. I'll be streaming, so check me out. Hop on, hop on, hop on the stream. I'll be streaming at about 9 o'clock. If you've subscribed and hit the bell, you'll get a notification of when I'm streaming. If you hit the like, I'll keep on streaming. So I appreciate your time. Remember, get that meditation in, man. Get that meditation in, and just be calm and cool. Today may be a day that you just want to sit on your hands. If you're going to trade, trade light, and good luck trading.